Judgmental Judy, okay, was her name, and reading the people was her game, okay? Hey everybody, welcome back to That's My Business, the podcast. My name is Crystal White. I want to welcome y'all here. It's season 3, okay? Season 3, season 1, we weren't dancing for dollars. Season 2, we didn't make any mistakes. And season 3, we are being antisocial. And y'all are probably like, girl, what does that even mean? What does it mean to be antisocial? So hear me out. If you didn't know, I do social media consulting, brand management, all the things, right? So I noticed that my clients who have these amazing businesses, these amazing products, that they were not using social media effectively. And I'm like, y'all wasting your time. Like, if you get up to get on Instagram and scroll and you have a business or a product, you need to be promoting it. And it doesn't have to be this tireless, every single thing you promote ties back into your business, like in this very phony and forced kind of way. But in the sense that you are literally right in front of your audience. You're right in front of your market. Imagine being able to walk up to a group of people that care about what you specifically have to say every single day. Can you imagine the impact? So this is going to be a season about how to use social media if you are not a social media person, but understanding how you can leverage it to grow your business, to get more sales, to get more customers, to get new leads, whatever your business or venture goals are. And with that, I also want to say that it does not have to be a service-based business or it can be any type of business. Whether you are a makeup artist or a chef, or you have a clothing brand, you owe it to yourself to be using these free tools to reach your audience. You owe it to yourself, especially if you have an account on there for just personal use. You are doing yourself a huge disservice by not using these free tools in order to increase your brand awareness, to attract new clients and new customers, and just to overall engage with your community of people who are going to keep supporting you as you go through the years. So that is where this whole season came about. I'm like, what is an issue that everybody is kind of struggling with? And social media is it. As someone who has been on social media since, honestly, it's probably been since 2005. So you're talking about almost 20 years I have spent active on social media as a user. And in those almost 20 years, that yikes is what I'm saying. That's a long time. But in those years, I have noticed just how much awaits me when I am able to really dig into these platforms to grow. And what I mean by that is, even before I had a physical product that I was trying to sell, me as a personality on social media, very early on, I figured out how to leverage that. Now, I will say that, and this is why I'm able to speak on the subject, I will say that there are plenty of opportunities that I could have had via social media that I squandered simply because I didn't want to do the one thing that is required, which is to be consistent. So very early on, I had this segment, I call it a segment, on my Instagram. It was called Judgmental Judy, right? If you've been here, you know Judgmental Judy, okay, was her name, and reading the people was her game, okay? Judgmental Judy attracted so many followers for me. And not just like followers in like a here today, gone tomorrow kind of way, but like I have people who still to this day, I haven't posted a Judgmental Judy video in probably 7 or 8 years. And I have people that to this day, they bring up Judgmental Judy. Like, when are you bringing her back? Where is she? Bring her back into the conversation. We want to hear what she has to say. And I say all that to say, had I stayed consistent with that one thing for these past couple of years, who knows what opportunities would have been waiting for me. Right? Just because I stayed consistent. And so the whole purpose of this season is to give you the tools to be consistent, even when you don't feel like showing up, but to make sure that your business or your venture does not suffer because you don't feel like showing up. But also to show you how to read your analytics, to figure out what platform is best for you. Every platform is not created equally. So you could be a TikToker. You might have something that's going to perform really well on Facebook. And so we're going to dissect these different platforms and help you figure out which platform is best for you to engage with your specific community. We're going to talk about community management and engagement and best practices for making sure people know that there are actual humans behind your accounts. And we are also going to do a little challenge at the end where you will be required to post for a set number of days, a set number of posts, and then we will go through your analytics and see what type of growth you facilitated during that very short period of time. And so I hope y'all are excited, okay? Because your girl loves a social media chat. You can ask any of my friends. I'm going to talk you down about what you're doing wrong on Instagram. I'm going to talk you down. You know what I mean? And it's all out of love because I don't understand why these free tools are not making you money. And I want them to make you money. I launched my business in 2020, right? So at that point, if we're doing the math on my career as a social media user, I was about 15 years in when I started my business. And so I used all my experience as a user to really engage with people on my platforms. And I figured out after only a couple of months that my best performing platform was Instagram. And it still continues to be so today. And so with me knowing that information, I know where I need to prioritize my efforts. Now, don't get me wrong. I make sure that my brand is active across the spectrum of platforms because there's reach in all of them, right? But you need to know which one to prioritize. The one that you need to schedule your posts for and plan out your strategy for. We want to identify the one that is really going to get you the farthest, the fastest, and to also keep moving you and your business forward. So that's what we're going to do, y'all. I'm excited. And to that other point about what we're going to go through this season, I'm also going to help you do a mini content strategy of your own for your social media accounts so that you can almost appear to have a brand manager or a social media strategist on your team. Okay. So let's get into a little bit of an update, right? Since our last chat, since the last time we came and we convened here, okay, I was living in Atlanta during season 2. I have since relocated back to Michigan, where I am from. And so I've spent the larger part of a year adjusting, and I am still adjusting, very much so. But it has been quite the journey, especially given all of the growth that I experienced in my time in Atlanta. I came back home with a totally different vision than I had when I left. And so it has been a bit of a challenge, but also something very, very beneficial to growing my perspective for my business and my goals for it. So that's happened. We still run a W by Crystal White, the premium athleisure brand you know and love. Okay, it is still active. I have the 2 most amazing women at my side, and working with strong, competent Black women, let me tell you something, it is not to be played with. And so I have my two ride or dies. Okay, my girls are here to help me get to that next level, and so I'm so thankful for them. And I'm also we're working on our 3rd W Field Day event this August in Detroit. Our last season, I might have just been finishing up or getting ready for the April 2022 W Field Day at the warehouse. Since then, we've done a W Field Day here in Detroit, and now we're planning the 2nd one. And so I'm really, really excited to take this event to another level, to attract more people, to touch more lives, and to impact more children just with this great event where we prioritize them as a way to give back. So I'm so excited for W Field Day, y'all. If you are watching this and you want to be a part of W Field Day, we need donors, volunteers, sponsors. Whatever you would like to give is much appreciated. We have partnered with an amazing nonprofit this year called Girls on the Run. They are partnered through the YMCA, and so we will be working with them as our community partner for this year's W Field Day. But I am so excited to connect with them, and I'm excited to let y'all know about it because if you are nearby, I want you to be there. Okay, don't be square, be there. So that's what I've been working on. That's been my year. It's really just adjusting and getting back to what matters, right? So that is why we are here at our beloved mic, getting this 3rd season of That's My Business kicked off, okay? So this is I just wanted to hop on and say hey and let y'all know I'm still here. Get ready for episode 2 of season 3, where we get into deciding what platform is going to be best for you, how you can pick your platform that you're going to prioritize for your business and for growth, and also a couple of tips and tricks just for using each platform that you may not already know. So I need you to do a few things for me. I want you to follow me on Instagram at I am Crystal White. I want you to follow me on Twitter. I give a free content tip of the week every week on Twitter. Follow me there at Crystal X White. And of course, if y'all want to really support the girl, go to www.crystalwhite.com and shop the brand. Okay, we got some new arrivals and we got some new things coming. And so you don't want to miss it for guys and girls. So don't miss it. Okay, I want to see you on www.crystalwhite.com getting your things. And you know you can use the code BUSINESS to get a nice surprise at checkout, y'all. Because I love y'all for listening and I want to give back to you. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to talk to y'all this season. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on episode 2 of That's My Business, the podcast.